Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you all for being here today and joining us in celebrating the launch of our new state-of-the-art Long Beach Police Academy, a remarkable historic event for our police department and for the city of Long Beach. This academy began as a vision many, many years ago, a plan to build an academy that many said could never be built, an academy that in 2 days will host its first class, a class that many said could never be filled. Well, on Monday, Class 100 will begin as the largest class in the history of the Long Beach Police Department. Yep, that's a remarkable feat, and thanks to so many people. This academy, it doesn't just represent an investment in the police department, it represents an investment in our community, in the future of public safety in the city of Long Beach. So thank you all again for being here today and joining us in this celebration. I'm going to call up our Academy Commander who will lead the program for today, Commander Mike Richens.
Thank you, Chief. It is my honor to be here today and represent the Long Beach Police Department and the LBPD Academy training staff. As we begin our program, we'd like to recognize some of our distinguished guests in attendance today. Mayor Rex Richardson, members of our Long Beach City Council and several of our elected city officials, City Manager Tom Modica, department heads, our Long Beach Police Officers Association, President Lieutenant Rich Chambers. Where's Rich at? There we go. Several of our partners from the Long Beach Fire Department command staff, and of course, the entire Long Beach Police Department command staff. Thank you for being with us today. Please rise if able and join me in welcoming the Long Beach Police Department Honor Guard for the presentation of colors, along with Wilson High School student and LBPD Explorer, Samantha Satana, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Two. Detail, halt, present, color.
Please put your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Thank you. You may be seated.
On behalf of Chief Hebish, I'd like to now recognize one of our many community partners, Pastor David Zaid. Pastor Zaid currently serves as the senior pastor at the Philadelphian SDA Church. He graduated with a bachelor in psychology and obtained his teaching credential, an administrative credential, and a master's degree in education administration. Pastor Zaid currently serves as an administrator for the Long Beach Unified School District, and we are honored to have him here with us today. Will you please stand up for the invocation? It is my honor to introduce Pastor David Zaid, who will provide today's invocation.
Good afternoon. It is an honor to join this special ceremony. An invocation is a sacred pause, a moment where we intentionally invite the presence, wisdom, and blessing of God into what we are about to dedicate. It was Moses, revered in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, who declared in Exodus 33:15, "If your presence does not go with us, do not send us from here." And it is the same spirit we ask that God's presence would go before this facility, before every officer is trained here, and before the community this space exists to serve. If you're comfortable, I will ask you to bow your heads and close your eyes at this time. Loving and faithful God, we pause in this sacred moment to give you thanks for this day, for this milestone and for the calling that brings us together. Today we stand not just on consecrated ground, but God, we stand not where we have just concrete and steel, but where we have courage. Not because of what has been built, but because of what will be forged here. We thank you for the Long Beach Police Department, for its growth, its advancement, and its unwavering commitment to professional, proactive, and innovative policing. We honor the men and women who wear the badge and who serve one of the most diverse, vibrant, and dynamic cities in our state with dedication and resolve. God, this place represents more than training. It represents trust. It is here that men and women will be prepared to do what few are willing to do, to run towards danger while others are running away, to stand in the gap between chaos and calm, to offer protection where fear once lived. And we acknowledge today, God, the silent prayers whispered before each shift, the deep breaths taken before hard decisions, and the sacrifices made not only by officers, but by the families who love and support them. Bless this training facility, O God. May it be a place where courage is tempered with compassion, where strength is guided by wisdom, where power is anchored in restraint, and where justice walks hand in hand with restoration. May these walls attract the courageous and the compassionate, those who walk upright and those who uplift, those who will heal what has been broken, who will help when hope sometimes feels distant, and inspire belief where trust may have been strained. Bless every commander, every officer, and every trainer, and every staff member who will walk through these doors. Sharpen their judgment, strengthen their resolve, guard their hearts, and protect those who serve from harm seen and unseen. Cover them with your presence in moments of danger, fatigue, and uncertainty. We pray not only for the officers who will emerge from this facility, but for their families who wait, hope, and sacrifice alongside them, for the neighborhoods they serve, and for the city of Long Beach in all of its beauty, resilience, and promise. And now, O God, we declare that no weapon formed against peace, justice, or unity shall prosper. Let this place be a beacon of radical hope, a signal to the city that safety and dignity can coexist, that law and compassion can walk together, and that tomorrow can be more just than today. We dedicate this space, this mission, and these servants to you. Guide them, protect them, sustain them, and may the work begun here echo far beyond these walls into safer streets, stronger relationships, and a future filled with hope. We ask these things in your mighty name, God. Amen and amen.
Thank you, Pastor Zaid. Please be seated. I would now like to introduce our first speaker, the Honorable Mayor of the City of Long Beach, Rex Richardson, to say a few words.
All right. So I made the mistake of not bringing my shades with me today. So I will give you license to laugh or crack a joke if I am squinting this afternoon. First of all, let's hear it for David Zaid. What a beautiful and poetic convocation. Thank you so much. And wow, this facility has come a long way. Let's hear it for our Public Works team, our police department, everyone who played a role in making this happen. This is a beautiful facility. I know we're really, we're buttoned up in suits and ties today, but I give you license to celebrate. This is a moment of celebration, and this is something we should really be proud of. This really represents our values. The city's values are really reflected in what we invest in, and few investments really speak more loudly and clearly than the way that we prepare our people who protect our community, the way we invest in their training. 3 years ago, cities were struggling and facing real challenges to recruit the next generation of public servants, particularly in public safety. And in this moment, Long Beach chose to act. We made deliberate decisions to rebuild the entire system, from hiring to recruitment to training, so we could build the police department of the future, not just to respond to the challenges of today, but of tomorrow. We started by modernizing how the city hires. Voters approved Measure JB, allowing us to reduce the time it takes to hire to 90 days for most positions and compete for the talent in a changing environment. But speed is not enough. We knew that recruiting the next generation of officers required tangible, real support. That's why we created a recruitment incentive package that included housing assistance and child care support, practical tools, real tools to make public service possible for today's workforce. Those reforms delivered results. Over the past 3 years, we have graduated 4 police academies. This is here for the academy training staff for graduating 4 academies in the last 3 years. That's nothing to sneeze at. I mean, that resulted in 200 new hires, 200 officers that's more in a 3-year span than any time since we began tracking in our city's history. That success made something else clear. If we want to sustain this momentum, our training infrastructure has to evolve too. Today, Long Beach opens a police academy campus that finally matches the scale needed to build a modern and healthy police department of the future. This is a full modern training campus, larger, permanent, sized to train 100 officers at a time, so the pipeline doesn't slow down just as we're building more people into service. This academy is a once-in-a-generation investment in public safety. It replaces a decades-old, temporary facility with a modern, permanent campus designed for training and professional development. This facility strengthens how we train officers, not only in tactics, but in judgment, professionalism, and accountability. It also ensures that our staff are prepared for what lies ahead, day-to-day neighborhood safety, and just in time as Long Beach prepares to welcome the world for major events on the global stage, bringing global attention to our city. I'm especially proud of Academy Class 100, the 100 for 100 campaign, the largest in history. Let's hear it again for the police department, setting a big, ambitious goal and meeting that goal. This is about more than just opening a building. Public safety is foundational. It allows neighborhoods to thrive. It allows businesses to grow and communities to feel secure. So it's much more than just cutting a ribbon today. It's the fulfillment of a long-term vision and of a promise that Long Beach will continue to invest in safety, professionalism, and the people who serve our community. I want to thank Chief Wally Hebish for his leadership, his partnership, his commitment to excellence, the women and men of the Long Beach Police Department who serve this city with professionalism and dedication every single day. I want to thank the entire Long Beach City Council for believing in the vision and making the investments necessary to turn it into reality. And now it's my honor, and I want to thank our city manager, Tom Modica, who's here. He brought his shades today, so he's prepared. Let's hear it for Tom and the entire management team as well. And now it's my honor to introduce Councilmember Daryl Supernaw, whose district is home to this academy and who is a major supporter of this important project.
Thank you, Mayor, and in solidarity, I'm not wearing my shades. Today is an exciting milestone for our police department and our community as a whole. This new police academy shows our city's commitment to public safety and to making smart, long-term investments in the people and facilities that serve our neighborhoods. Having this academy here in Council District 4 means our officers can train in a modern, well-equipped space that helps them prepare for the real-world situations they face while serving our residents every day. The safety of our city starts with people who show up for our community day in and day out. I am proud to be part of the council team who approved this funding, and I want to thank our police officers and the entire police department for their continued dedication to protecting and serving our residents. Thank you, Chief Hebish, for the invitation to participate in today's ceremony. And with that, I want to invite City Manager Tom Modica to say a few words.
All right, good afternoon, Long Beach. So I will leave on the sunglasses because if I take them off, I'll start sneezing. And I got to get through this and stuff. So I'll talk a little bit about, kind of what it took to get here and some thank yous, and then you're going to hear from our chief who will really talk through like what it took to get here, what can this amazing facility do. But it was around 1997, before a lot of us were here, when the town center was built. And we needed a place to train and needed to move from there, and came here, and as sometimes projects start, it was, well, we'll start temporary and we'll get there. Eventually we'll find a permanent facility. When I joined the city in 2002, it was a temporary facility. It was portables. They were right over there. And they already started to see their wear, and it just got worse and worse and worse from there. And so when we really started thinking about infrastructure, with Measure A and bringing that to voters, we said, what are we going to do? What are those key projects? And Police Academy was absolutely on that list. And so we knew with Measure A, we would have to not only look at building the Capitol, but also make sure we had the staff to be able to do it. So that was one of the first enhancements we did, was make sure we had our police officers that are dedicated to actually training our officers, fully budgeted and paid for by Measure A. And then we went into the Capitol, and how do we start setting aside money and doing this planning? So this planning has taken a long time because, as you see, it's a magnificent facility, but there was a lot of compromise that went into it too. And so really thankful for Chief Hebish. He helped lead this even as an assistant chief all the way up through chief. And there was a lot of compromises that had to be made, and changes, and realization that we need to be able to find the resources to do this, but we may not have everything we need. Our team compromised as well. We had lots of support from our financial management, from Public Works, and finding all these great solutions, including Marilyn Sarakis, who unfortunately couldn't be here today, but I want to, oh, she's here. You're here. I didn't see you. There you are, Marilyn. Awesome. I'm glad you get to be here. And then our city council. So our city council helps set priorities and say one of our priorities is public safety. And we need to find a way to do this, not only create the facility, but also increase the number of police officers. And you'll hear a lot of that from our chief today. And so council approved all that. All that came together in 2023. We then signed the contract and started construction in January 2024. And 2 years later, we're here at this beautiful facility, $33.1 million worth of investment, and keeping that promise to voters through Measure A, that we not only are going to use this to help train our officers, but also make sure that they have an amazing facility to do that and increase our throughput. So with that, thanks again, Chief Hebish. Thanks to all of our officers for all your patience, how long it took to go through that. Many of you got to go through those portables, and that was your training center, but helping to not only have that patience, but also make sure that we had a vision for the future. So with that, I will bring up our Chief of Police, Wally Hebish.
Thank you, Tom. And I actually predate the portables, so I'm a little embarrassed about that. Tom, by the way, if you didn't know, actually changed his schedule to be here today, and I really appreciate that. That means a great deal. So thank you for taking the time to be here today. And thank you to all of our speakers for providing all your remarks in support of what we're all here for. Without the support of Mayor Richardson and our city council, Mr. Modica, and many others from departments throughout the city, our POA president, Rich Chambers, who's here, and his staff, this academy would have never become a reality. I'd also like to offer my deepest appreciation to our partners at the Public Works Department. Their director, Josh Hickman, their former director, Eric Lopez, was instrumental in helping us get to this point. Bureau manager, Marilyn Sarakis. Did I say it right, Marilyn? All right, that's close enough. And senior project manager, Derry McMahon, and I don't think Derry is here, but Derry goes back to what Mr. Modica was talking about in the several versions of the academy that we were planning to build. So I'm forever grateful for all that you've done to help us get to this point, so thank you all. And lastly, thank you to the amazing employees of the Long Beach Police Department. Our academy project staff, led by Bureau Chief Jalissa Jose Murray, has been instrumental in completing the academy and achieving state certification for an academy of this size. There's so many people who believed in this vision and never gave up on it, who never lost sight of our commitment to unparalleled training, a commitment that began in 1968 when the city of Long Beach repurposed an honor farm known as Rancho Esperanza into the first permanent Long Beach Police Academy. That location served as home to police training. That's one I was talking about, by the way, if you didn't know. It's now the town center. Up until 1997, when we moved into the temporary trailers on these grounds, and the city began work on the town center. And now, here we stand, nearly 30 years later, at a state-certified visionary training academy, an academy comprised of the best training officers in our profession. The training they provide is recognized throughout the region. I get multiple calls each year from chiefs across the region asking if they can send their recruits to the Long Beach Police Academy. And while this academy is truly amazing, it's our police officers and professional staff who are the foundation of this site. They're unmatched in their expertise, adaptability, and innovation. And today, we now have a facility that reflects the exceptional training we're known for, training that supports current officers and prepares new officers for a career of service. This is our new Long Beach Police Academy, and this is where excellence begins. Congratulations again to everyone on this remarkable achievement, and thank you for being here with us today. Commander Richens.
Thank you, Chief. Now we will celebrate the ribbon cutting of our police academy. We'd like to invite up Mayor Richardson, our City Council, City Manager Modica, and Public Works Director Josh Hickman.
3, 2, 1.